What's up guys, ShinyHunterDestroyer here, and wow, it's already been a month since I asked this in my community tab. But at least the deadline for the school assignment isn't passed yet. Let's see, due tomorrow. Alright, let's see what the assignment is. Go loves his Pokemon. I don't think that's a hard thing to say since we've seen so much of his growth because of his Pokemon. If you think about it, we've seen him open up to his Pokemon, be happy for his Pokemon. Just so many things that define what Go's Pokemon mean to himself. He may have a lot, but he's shown that he loves them all. I got into this topic a couple months ago just about Go growing because of his Pokemon and how both of them and himself define each other with a few friends. And I was meaning to talk about it on the channel, and now I'll talk about you, don't worry. Go has many Pokemon. 79, 80, 81, 82. You got a lot to go, buddy. I obviously can't talk about all of them, but I can talk a little bit of how they act, how they're treated, and just my favorite parts about it. All of Go's Pokemon are stationed at the Cerise Park, or well, most of them. Looking at you, Suicune. At the Cerise Park, we see Go making sure he's caring for his Pokemon, such as the basic needs for them, feeding them and such. However, he still also does interact with his Pokemon and essentially has created his own habitat for them. It's just that the Pokemon in this habitat have a bias toward Go. What's even cooler in the Cerise Park is the Pokemon interaction in general. A lot of the Pokemon in there have their own sort of personality, such as Raichu being just a peacemaker in a sense. I remember Darmanitan being a little gloaty and completely bashing on Scorbunny when it was weaker, Greedent being an eater, Magikarp being a meme, Pinsir and Heracross being the, you know. There are a whole bunch of Pokemon with their own characteristics, own personalities that they've been staying somewhat consistent in. I think that's just my favorite part at the Cerise Park right now, besides just Go to Pokemon interaction. So I really hope to see more. This is all what I really wanted to talk about today, but I want to talk about the main Pokemon that have developed Go, grew his understanding for Pokemon, and just how to act when a loved one needs it. That's an important part of Go's development, and I feel in myself that it isn't mentioned enough. Go's understanding for Pokemon has been really reinforced by the Pokemon he connects with, not only his growth as a Pokemon trainer, but as a person, as a human being. When I say Go's understanding, though, I don't mean something like, whoa, I know how each Pokemon works. No, that's not really his character. I mean, just understanding what's needed from someone and what's not. There are two Pokemon that have proven crucial to this development, and I bet you guys already know what I'm going to say. Cinderace and Drizzile. If you really want to see Go's growth with his Pokemon, you can look at these two Pokemon and get to that pretty easily. As this is all just me overanalyzing the Pokemon anime, I just want to state this basic fact. Let me write it down. Let's go in chronological order here. Go's first caught Pokemon was Scorbunny. Of course, since it was his first Pokemon ever, his understanding of Pokemon wasn't all too big. Since he still loved Pokemon at the time, there was still some knowledge that knew about Pokemon, but it was mostly analytical and not emotional. At the time, Go didn't know how to support Scorbunny. This is most evident in episode 17, where Scorbunny evolved into Rabu, and I bet most of you guys know how the story goes, but let me reiterate it for you. In episode 17, Scorbunny was struggling to use Ember and wanted help from Go because he looked up to Go, but that's not what happened immediately. Instead, Go told Scorbunny to instead work on different moves that he could use so he could hone those instead. Do what's familiar, not what's unfamiliar. In the end, Go gets to understanding how Scorbunny was feeling, and Scorbunny ends up evolving, learning a special iteration of Ember in the process. After their first bout, Go wanted to be more caring as he started thinking about his own Pokemon's beliefs instead of his own beliefs. This resulted in leaving Rabu in the wild all the way back in episode 22, thinking Rabu would enjoy its life there more than with him. He read really deep into his interactions with Rabu since it evolved, and he kept seeing the coldness and the unwillingness of Rabu at times, seeing Rabu enjoy being with the other Pokemon in comparison to him. He just wanted to see his partner Pokemon happy, so what he thought was best is just leaving Raboot there while it was happy. That's not what Raboot wanted, as it returned to Go, signaling that even though they had that one bout and that Raboot's personality has changed, that bond is still there between them. The growth that the two of them had during their adventures, and most notably these two parts of the anime, results in the culmination of it all with an evolution to Cinderace, symbolizing their bond in the end and how far they have really come. That brings us to now. Let me touch on Drizzile now, as it helps bring all of this together. What that means is I get to talk about the notable things about Sobble. He shoots water. As a Sobble, we got to see somewhat of a change in a way that Go treats its Pokemon. Not drastic, but it's noticeable. In episode 54, Sobble was inspired by Jacqueline's Inteleon and Inteleon in the showbiz and started to want to get stronger. However, this led to a lot of struggling on Sobble's part when trying to train for battles. When Sobble struggled with its own battle strategy though, Go approached the battling idea in a different way compared to Scorbunny. He wanted to make Sobble happy, so he tried to help Sobble do what it wanted to do. But Sobble's weakness of being, well, a wimp was becoming too apparent. Instead, Go took a different approach, coming up with something new for Sobble with known tactics, which birthed Sobble's hit and run technique. And that Inteleon motivation never left as it kept egging itself to finally be an Inteleon, and when Sobble evolved in episode 62, he thought, yes, I did it! Well, in reality, he only evolved into Drizzile. Sobble's whole goal was to evolve to Inteleon, to be more like Jacqueline's Inteleon, but when Sobble saw it itself wasn't the Inteleon it wanted to be, it got upset, becoming depressed. Here is where Go's care really shines, as I get goosebumps just reading out these next words. Drizzile ran away from the Cerise Park shortly after its evolution because of the pressure from the others, but Go was able to find Drizzile, which preceded an emotional scene. Go and Drizzile have a one-on-one heart-to-heart here where Go is able to talk about his own past more and relates to Drizzile, giving the comfort it needed at the time. And all that relating and all that comfort Drizzile experienced here is what makes it easy to connect Cinderace's development with Go and Drizzile's current development. After realizing he upset Scorbunny when training with Sobble, he didn't say to give up on trying at first, supporting Sobble in its own goals. What I saw Go do with Sobble is take Sobble's dream and grew upon that, which was different with what we saw before when he was first dealing with Scorbunny. But that symbolism of something new was still there. Just like how Scorbunny learned Ember, Sobble's battling style was accustomed to be their own way, something new, signaling a bond. And of course, this is because he wants to try his best to make his Pokemon happy, to give them the support and comfort they need. Go has his own dreams, but his Pokemon have their own dreams too, and he's respecting that more, so they can live what they want to do, evident in situations like Sobble and even a side Pokemon like Floette. But not only that, but his desire to be more open to his Pokemon grew as well. This is a little more of a shot in the dark, but here, let me explain. Go misinterpreted how Raboot was feeling in a way before, right? Thinking it was his fault. That led to him leaving Raboot and then tearing up, regretting his own decision. But Raboot followed Go to the train and everything was, well, better. Seeing how Go acted with Drizzile, you can see that Go approached the situation instead of backing away from it. And this could be attributed to many things. Drizzile seems to relate more to Go's past, and of course, you would understand your own past more than a foreign thought. And why do I bring this up? Well, one, it's something that I really love about Go, okay? And, well, since I love it, I want to see more connections like this. Could more Pokemon have a connection like this with Go? Absolutely! Now, will it happen? My 8-Ball said try again later. Pokemon can and should have a connection like this with Go. Even smaller connections with not so major Pokemon will be refreshing. We had Go spending time with multiple of his Pokemon, of course, that I mentioned earlier, but it doesn't even only apply to his own Pokemon, but wild Pokemon as well, like his experience with Alolan Ninetales. But these kinds of connections offer so much. Think about it. Go gets to develop with his Pokemon, making his understanding of Pokemon in general just a lot more diverse. We would get to see more of his interpretations with different kinds of personalities, more Ash advice too, since Ash gives advice to Go at times. There's a whole bunch. Heck, we just get to see more of Go's Pokemon too in general, like Sentret, Chinchou, Raichu, and Cubone, and Cubone, and where the heck is Cubone? What am I going to do? This assignment is due tomorrow and I didn't get to fill out the worksheet. I mean, the 8-Ball's never wrong.